What's going on, everybody? Welcome. I'm Jay, the sports professor. Today's video, we're going to go ahead and talk about will Shedeur Sanders beat out Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett. Now, this is one of the main topics of today's sports world, the Shedeur Sanders name. Now, y'all know I'm a big Shedeur Sanders fan, as most of y'all might be Shedeur Sanders fan as well. But we're going to go ahead and figure out and find out, will Shedeur Sanders be the starter? Based off clips, I've been looking at every clip with Shedeur Sanders in this quarterback battle. And we all know that Shedeur Sanders has all eyes on him right now. Like, he has all eyes on him right now. But in my honest opinion, I believe that he will overcome. Shedeur Sanders will be the starting quarterback. It's not even a question. It's just a matter of when. When will Shedeur Sanders be the starting quarterback? That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what we all want to know. And I believe if Shedeur Sanders goes off during the preseason, he will do his thing. All he has to do is perform well during training camp, which he will. Because a lot of people, there's this misconception, right? There's a misconception of this young man. Because of the flashy jewelry, but that's just not who he is. I've done enough studies. I watched enough videos from well off to show me who Shedeur Sanders truly is. And a lot of y'all be sleeping on my dog. A lot of the haters, like Chase Daniel, he's a career backup trash. I mean, he's one of the worst sports commentators I've ever seen. He's one of Shedeur's biggest haters, right? Jason Whitlock, another one. Now, when it comes to certain political views, I believe it. But Jason Whitlock is another Shedeur Sanders hater. Another Shedeur Sanders hater is Emmanuel Acho. Barely made it in the league. So all these people that are hating on him haven't really been doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? But again, we're going to go ahead and talk about his intangibles. We're going to look at all his videos. We're going to take a look at all of Shedeur's videos and evaluate why he's going to be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Number one, he threw for 4,000 yards, over 30 touchdown passes, and only, 7 or 8 interceptions? He barely makes mistakes. He makes great decisions. I really don't understand why people hate on the brother. I really don't understand. I want somebody to tell me in the comments, why do they hate on Shedeur? And it ain't got nothing to do with race. I can't stand when people bring up race in the conversation. It has nothing to do with race. It's got to do with Deion. Their fear of Deion Sanders. Their fear that Deion's going to eventually take over the program. But Deion has already cleared up in the air. He's already talked about how he would never coach in the pros. But people just fear that. People, them GMs, fear for their jobs because they thought that Deion was going to eventually get the job. I want you to shoot me in the comment and tell me what you think. Because I truly believe that Shedeur is going to be the starting quarterback. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of his OTAs and just truly evaluate. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a look. Hope y'all can see my screen. All right, Sanders OTAs. And just to let y'all know right now, after OTAs is minicamp, which will start next week. And minicamp is a preview. All right, so shout out to this YouTuber, Devil Highlights. I watch a lot of their videos because they get a lot of videos.
Common sense says don't get weighed down by travel nonsense. Book with dollar instead.
All right. My bad, y'all. Computer acting a little tripping. Probably another commercial. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Give me a second. Waiting for this thing to load up, and we're gonna take a watch this video. Y'all tell me what y'all think. All right, so watch this. Hold on. All right, so he threw a touchdown pass in the end zone. And what I love about Shedeur is he's taking advantage of every moment. He's taking advantage of every moment that he gets when it comes to these reps. Because when it comes to the National Football League, you got to make the most of your reps. Reps. Football, period. Me being a former football player, I understand the importance of making the most of every rep because when you get your time, you got to show out. There's no excuses. And Shedeur has been showing that he's been elite. Look at this throw. Great touch. Now, the only thing that Shedeur is going to have to get used to is that five-step drop, the three-step, five-step, eight-step drop in the NFL, because when he was at Colorado and Jackson State, he was in shotgun a lot, right? And then there were a few moments where he was under center, but that's one thing that he's going to have to get used to as far as his footwork is getting under center and then getting used to that three-step, five-step, eight-step drop in the NFL. But I think he'll be fine, though. You know, he is. There you go. Look at that touch in the throw. Bam, right there. Look at that throw. I'm going to play that one more time. Let me play it one more time. Look at this. Look at this throw. All right. Look at this throw. Bam. Look at that. Those were great velocity. What arm are y'all talking about? You haters, man. Chase Daniel, you suck. Look at that. All right. So what he's doing right now, he's manipulating the defense, right? He's drawing these safeties this way because, you know, the safeties, being a former safety as well, also play safety. You got to be able to, you got to look at the quarterback. You got to read the quarterback's eyes. That's what we're taught as a defensive back. You got to look at the quarterback's eyes. Look at Shedeur Sanders, how he manipulates the safeties, right? Manipulate. Bam. All right. Still makes that throw. Bam. All right. Another one. So he's looking right. Pretty sure that, and you see his corner. Watch his corner's feet. Watch his throw. All right. So what he did was great manipulation, tricking the defense with his eyes, moving around the pocket, keeping the play alive. All right. There you go. Great. All right. Let me hide the volume because I don't want to get attacked. All right. So watch this. Bam. Beautiful touchdown. Beautiful throw. There he goes under center. Okay. Bam. Play action. Oh, he fell. And that's what he's going to have to get used to. That's one of his flaws, getting used to that play action under center. Because he wasn't doing that much at Colorado, so he has to get used to that, but he will get better. Dumb commercial. All right. So he's in the huddle. And y'all got to understand, when it comes to playing quarterback, you got to forget that. You got to keep it pushing. Even when you throw interceptions, man, I know it's hard, but you got to keep moving. All right. So he gets the line set up. Make sure everybody's set. All right. Shedeur Sanders snaps the ball. Right. Nice completion. All right. He's going to move the chains. He's going to get the call from the coach. He's going to line everybody up. Guys, this was the last day of OTAs. All right. All right, so he gets everybody set. I believe it is, let's see what formation. So we have one back. I believe it's 20 personnel. No, I think it's 10 personnel. One back, one tight end. I think it's a 3 receiver set. You got the slot playing inside. I believe it's 10 personnel. Yeah, it's 10. So, but guys, by the way, so there's different personnel in football. 10 personnel means, okay, so it's one back, no tight end is 10. All right. You got 11 personnel, one back, one tight end, which this is 11 personnel. So 11 personnel meaning one back, one tight end. 12 personnel meaning one back, two tight ends, right? 20 personnel, two backs, no tight ends. 21 personnel, two backs, one tight end. 22 personnel, two backs, two tight ends. For those who don't know football terminology. All right, so Shedeur snaps the ball, roll out, run the ball. We know what happened here. Just waiting for the play to snap. All right. Did I miss that? Oops. My bad, y'all. All right. So there's Shedeur right here going through the drills. All right. Stefanski. Is that Stefanski? Is that the head coach? All right. It's a good drill for the receivers. Good drill for receivers. All right, the Jerry Jeudy. That's going to be Shedeur's number one target. What's up with this, man? All right. Shaquille O'Neal to go. All right. Where's Shedeur? I need some more Shedeur reps. All right, there you go. There you go. Rolling out. All right. Guys, I think we get the gist. I think we get it. I believe we get it. We get it. We get it. We get it. So, Shedeur Sanders will definitely be the starter. Like I said, he throws a great touch. His footwork is going to eventually get better, especially when he gets used to snapping the ball under center. Because most college quarterbacks, they're so used to shotgun. So it's a different type of footwork when you're getting under center and dropping back. So I believe he's going to end up winning the starting job. If not week one, he's probably going to eventually be the starter sometime this season. But I'm very curious of what's the rationale. What's up? Why bring Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders? I'm trying to figure out the rationale behind that. But I predict that Dillon Gabriel is eventually going to get traded. That's just my prediction. But I want y'all to tell me in the comments what you think. I appreciate you all tuning in to my live. This was my first live. I definitely look forward to doing more lives of live games, more commentary. Shoot me in the comments what y'all thought. And y'all enjoy. Peace out.